Welcome back to the channel, folks, and to another Flames of War battle report. Now this one was recorded at Nightly Gaming in Bathgate in our July meetup, so it's a bit noisy in the background, but I've edited things a bit, so hopefully you'll be able to follow all the action okay. Now we're doing a blue on blue event here, something we've never done before. We normally do Germans against Allies, but with this being July and the July plot, well, that gave me the thought that we could maybe do an Operation Valkyrie set of games. So the idea here is that the German army units, the rebels, have to fight against the loyalist units. That'll be the SS Fallschirmjäger and any air assets. You know, the army won't be able to call on the Luftwaffe, for instance. Now we played 2 rounds. We typically just play 2 games in a day. In the first round, the army are attacking, and then in the second round, the loyalists, shall we call them? Call the army the rebel scum, and then the loyalists, they'll be attacking in the second round. Now, you can't take any lists later than D-Day or Bagration, you know, because that's the time period. Anything after that wouldn't be there. It's a what if, but it's still got a sort of historical setting, and it might be a good opportunity, if nothing else, just to see if those cheaper aggressive lists, even in the earlier books, are better than those expensive, careful, veteran type lists. So I recorded 1 game. The other game was just a sort of training game for somebody returning to the game after a very long time. So it wasn't a proper game as such, we were just talking through everything. I've also taken a little bit of video footage and a few pictures of the other games. So after we look at my second game, I'll have a look at the other games and let you know how it went. Like, were the rebel scum victorious, or were the loyalists ultimately able to make sure the big bad boss was okay? Here's the list that I'm playing in Operation Valkyrie, and you can maybe guess by the presence of Panthers that this is going to be an SS list. Now, I don't have any SS books myself. Well, SS books, I think there is only one dedicated SS book. This is from that book, I believe, this list. This is a list that Brian put together. He used it in a battle report on the channel recently. So I thought I'm going to give it a go because I don't have any SS lists from that time period I could do myself anyway. So it is SS Panzer Grenadiers with a HQ, 2 platoons, with the platoons having a Panzerfaust. Then one of those platoons is also armoured with the half tracks. Then you've got the mortar platoon, 3 Pak 40s. Now, I'm not sure how the armour support fits into this, but there is a platoon of 5 Panzer IVs and a platoon of 3 Panthers. Then as support, we've got Wesps with an observer and 88s. Now, the Wesps are also SS, so they're cheaper. I believe they're 2 points cheaper than a normal Wesp, but they range in like normal Wesps. They're just easier to hit because they're aggressive. They remount very, very well, I believe. I think they've got like a 2+ remount, as do the Panzer IVs. Everything else is, as you might expect for SS, they're fearless across the board. The infantry hit on 3 in an assault, and the mortars, I think they just range in as normal, but you get the old hand rule where if you're within 6 inches of the commander, I believe your tactics roles will be as veteran rather than as trained. And 88s, they're also SS, so things are easier to hit, but there's more of them and they've got good motivation. Don't use these guys, don't use fearless troops very much. I find I'm good at rolling 2s when I've got fearless guys. So we'll see how they get on, especially against their less numerous here veteran armies. Today's mission is Hold the Pocket, though Hold the Fishbowl might be a better name for it, because as you can see, the defender's got a very small deployment zone right in the middle of the table. There might not be very good terrain in the middle of the table either, when you consider you have a need for terrain from which to ambush, terrain from which to hide your artillery behind, and so on. So it's a very tricky one for the defender. The attacker can come at them from both sides, or just pile everything straight through one side. They'll have 4 minefields to help out an ambush, and then deep immediate reserves, but quite challenging for the defender, dependent very much on the right terrain. Now the attacker's got some important decisions to make. Do they come in from one side, from the other? Do they just charge straight in? Got to bear in mind that there'll be minefields that may block off one side, block off the approach on one side, and if they do go smashing straight in to one of those flanks, you may find enemy reserves arriving directly into your flanks as you attack. If you have scouts, you can swing right around to the front, unless your defender opponent has also put scouts out to the front. So lots of little challenges in this game, but it can be a very, very direct first few turns, dependent on how the attacker is going to begin. My approach in this game is going to be to gather to the front of the deployment zone, coming from both sides, mostly from one side, but coming from both sides, and then using the dead ground that there is on this table, because there's quite a lot of restricted lines of sight. I'm going to then try and isolate and dominate the objective right at the head of that little light blue box that you can see there. So Dave's deploying just now. You can see I've got an objective that's underneath that, there, and one there. My pre-ranged in there and there. Oops. And then Dave's got that there to deny me that hill. He's got he's going to have 2 platoons infantry on the table at the start. One of them's got the option of half tracks. He's got Stummels, he's got Wesp, he's got 2 88s, he's got a platoon of 3 Panzer IVs in ambush, and then he's got this lot here in reserve. 2 Flamers, HQ for his tanks, and the Tigers, and he'll be coming on along here, and it's immediate reserves. Okay, so HQ in the wood, 1 platoon, 2 platoon, 2 88s, observer, Wesps, in the dead ground between the hill and the wood to try and stay out of line of sight, and then the Stummels holding that flank. 4 Panzer IVs in ambush. So my deployment, I've got Panthers and 88s. 88s have got a good view into there. The Panthers are able to move forward from there. And then these are going to be ready to make a bit of a mad dash. Panzer IVs, Panzer Grenadiers heading off that way. These infantry are ready to move off that way. And the tank guns just holding the flank. I know the reserves will be coming along in that back edge. They might get something to shoot at. So my first turn of movement is going to be all about dashing to get to the right position as quick as possible. I don't have to worry about taking a few pot shots on the way with my mobile stuff. You can see my Panzer IVs moving up, and then the half tracks moving up. I'm going through gaps and hedges here. I've not gone straight over the hedge, you can see, just to the right of those half tracks, because it goes all the way along to the edge of the table, and guaranteed a half track would get hung up on it. And then follow me's to move just a little bit further forward. Got to get over there as quick as I can. And on the other side of the table, the Panthers are also going to be dashing to get behind some terrain in the centre of the table to get out of line of sight of the 88s. And the foot sloggers are going to, well, really just move up, try to get into that wood, and we'll figure out from there what they're going to be able to do. So for shooting, I'm going to start with a smoke bombardment. Okay. Using my pre-ranged in for the mortars. There. That'll go over.
Okay, that visibility.
Yeah, so basically I'm just keeping my tanks safe that are coming down through there. Right, so for shooting then, what does that leave me for shooting? I've got my west, so you can still shoot. I'll try and range in there. Third attempt. So it's going to be 2 infantry and 2 88s. Right, so the 88s, one leader 3, the one leader 2. So the one at the back's been hit.
This one?
Yep. And then the infantry, that's far side of the hill, near side, and the near side infantry's hit.
This one?
This one here.
That one?
Yep. And that gun.
And what?
I'll only go 1, 2,
That gun.
3.
The gun, yeah, that's good.
That gun's, yep, that's what's hit.
So, the gun?
Mainly because
Nope. He's fine.
And the infantry.
He's fine. So they're pinned, but they're okay. So, my 88s, they're going to have a go at whatever 88 they can see.
See this one? That's the only one. The trees are in the way. Get that checked out already.
Right, so looking for 7s.
7, that's okay. Oh,
2
that's...
possible. 1 hit.
I'm sorry, you shouldn't be using British dice with Germans.
But the Germans always use captured equipment in the desert.
So I guess even throw still.
You do, yeah. If he doesn't do it, he's a goner. And then that's going to be it. Well, hold on a minute, my pack 40s, are they going to shoot anything? So my pack 40s over there are going to shoot the 88 on the hill, 7s. It's one possible. What's the hit? He's fine. Right, and that'll be it for me for shooting. So, Gemma turn 1, got to unpin infantry and 88s.
Infantry.
They're fine.
And the 88.
No. But then the last stand,
Last stand.
they'll be fine. So you've now got to decide if you want to pop an ambush before you roll for reserves. The ambush has been popped in. You get 1 dice because it's turn 1. You want to deal with those anti-tank guns. 4 no, you'd have a 5 or a 6. So the ambush popped, no reserves. You got any movement you want to be doing, Dave?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Right. Right, so the Stummels in the wood there are blitzed, so they're going to try and get out. This one cocked. Right, 1 has stuck, but that's just your blitz move, so you can still try and get the other one out in your normal move.
Ah, okay.
So 3 of them are out, move 4 inches. It's going to be going for the 88s. And then, are you in range? I think you're in range now there.
Yeah?
You're in range now.
Yeah, I'm in range.
So you don't have to worry about moving. He will have to take a normal move, so he needs to do a cross check.
Again?
Yeah, for his normal move. And he makes it, and then you can move him up. But he'll be a rate of fire 1.
Okay. And where to raise the artillery in? Because I'm going to raise the artillery in there.
Yeah. Right, so you're going to try and raise them in on the 88, so you're looking for force. Get it first attempt. So 2 guns.
See what?
There's 2 guns under the template.
So just 2 dice then?
Yep. That'll be 2 hits because I'm aggressive. So that one there failed.
Yeah. So it's firepower 3.
3 up. He's a goner. And they're pinned. Well, they're pinned, it's pinned.
And then there's 6 shots.
7 altogether for the Stummels.
Well, one's got a minus on it, hasn't it?
Well, one's got a rate of fire of 1. So there's no,
So it's just, is that it? Just
that's it, because you passed your blitz. So you just be looking for 5s. 2 hits. So 2 saves on that 8 to 8. We've made it. Right, so that's the Stummels. You've got a lone. You've got a lone 8 to 8. Just on.
Alone 88. And the only thing I can see is your anti-tank guns.
Like set tank guns.
I don't think I can see anything else because the trees are in the way of everything else.
Nothing because of the smoking. So that's going to be 1 hit because of the range. That's a save.
And then 6 shots with my...
Right, so the ambushing platoon of tanks. Right, you've got 1, 2, 3. 1 failed, so the end one needed to take away. He's a gunner. So 1 pack 40. So German turn to motivations is going to have to be on this guy here, an unpinning in the last stand. Unpin. Fearless works every time.
You run away.
My turn 2 movement, I'm going to keep moving over to get myself behind that tall terrain, get behind the dead ground there. I'm leaving a couple of Panzer IVs out to get shots on the flanks of the Panzer IVs attacked my anti-tank guns. My half-tracks are going to be dashing over too, leaping from cover to cover, but moving as quick as they can. They're going to be really valuable to me. You know, if you can get your infantry on quick moving armoured transports, so much easier to move them than foot sluggers. And the foot sluggers themselves, well, they're going to move into that wood. You know, as I said before, I wasn't sure what they were going to do. Well, now they've got a purpose, which is potentially charging some maybe bailed out Panzer IVs, but certainly they can get at least like 1 faust shot at them before assaulting. And the Panthers are staying put to get some shots on to the Stummels. Okay, so German turn to shooting. I'll start. We hear a couple of shots, long range and concealed, going for 6s on your Panzer IVs. No. So the pack 40s, I'll have a go at you. I think I can only see the 2 nearest you. I can't see the one nearest me because of the hill. But they don't get any hits anyway. I can't hit anything with pack 40s. There's 1 Faust there, it'll have a pop. And it misses. Right, then over here, Panthers going for Stummels. So this is going to be in the open, so we're looking for 5. Three of them are hit. So 1, 2, 3. So, yeah. 1, 2, 3. So dead. The Wesps, they'll repeat the bombardment on 88 on the hill, so there'll be 2 bases infantry and 188.
Oh, there, okay.
So the infantry and 88. So they're all hit. So you've got to reroll successful saves this turn.
88.
Nearly. He's gone.
That's not so good. I wanted him to stay alive.
The 88s have all been wiped out in this game. And then 2 bases infantry. Right, and then reroll. So 1 potential is fine. I'm pinned again, but they're fine. And then my mortars, they're going to range in. So I'll need 4. Get that in the second attempt. So, right, I got 4 under there. So, 1, second attempt, I'll do 2, 3, 4. Just a 1. He's fine, but a pin.
Going further forward.
And that's going to be it. Really, that was a bit underwhelming against those Panzer IVs. Right, Dave, so in your stance step, you've got various unpinnings to do.
2 infantry.
This one here, you're fine. And then the one over on the hill. Yeah, you're fine for a reroll there, Dave. They don't unpin, but that's not a huge problem. Right, you've done your ambush, so now you're going to have 2 dice for reserves. You've got 1 remount to do in your Stummel as well, though, with a reroll because the HQ's beside them. So he's fine. So you've got 2 Stummels still alive and 2 dead.
Yeah.
And then 2 dice for reserves.
2 dice. Lucky me.
This guy.
So one's coming on. Here come the Tigers, folks. Gonna be saying hello to some Panzer IVs. So Panzer IVs pass a blitz.
I presume they have to do a crossing check.
If you want to go over the hedge, yeah, but you can go through that that gateway, that entranceway.
Frank, if you clear a minefield, you can't just move.
So the Panzer IVs have edged out a bit. Tigers, Stummels.
10 inch. 10 inches.
10 is tactical, yeah.
I presume you can't. Or can you see through that gap?
From here I can see through. But I might have Tigers to worry about.
Yeah.
But my Panthers can't see them.
So,
On the shooting,
yeah, actually,
does it say it?
Yes, you do.
Right.
So,
So you're currently ranged in there.
yeah, so arranging on the wood.
Now you're pointing the wrong way.
Yeah, I'm pointing the wrong way.
That's why I said turn it, because there is a cost to that kind of thing. So what you can do, Dave, is you can risk a blitz move. It's a 3 up, and if you pass it, then you can point in the right direction.
Right, let's move. I keep forgetting it.
Yep. And then turn them around.
That's me.
Yep. And then you're ready.
That's how you do it. You blitz move, okay?
Yeah, if it works. Right. So you want to range in.
Yeah.
A minute, I'm just going to put this over here. So you need a 4 because of the terrain. That's cocked. I'm hoping it ain't going to be a 4. It's a 4. Second attempt. Right.
That was lucky.
So you can see 2 inches in. Yeah, everybody there. Right, so I think, well, it's depending on the rest you shoot is important. So see if you hit this guy. So second time, hit him on 5s. There's a miss. Another one. There's a miss. And then just do 5 more. That's okay because you can shoot them with machine guns. 5 more dice.
I don't know, well, the way I'm rolling these days.
So it's 2. So 2 saves. So one's away.
2 of those 75s and the infantry in the wood.
Right. So it'll just be the front 2 you can see.
Yeah.
Okay, with 2 hits. You're okay.
Man, those British dice.
Well, they've not done brilliant so far.
Hey, keep it on 6s for 7.
If they've done brilliant, they probably thought it was going to kill you or tank platoon.
6 shots on these.
So the Panzer IVs are going for the Pack 40s. Looking for 4s. 2 each. So this one here has failed. He's okay.
I think I missed that. Done the artillery, done that. Just the tigers then.
Right. Are they going for? So what range length for 5s? There's concealment there. Tigers do the usual, they can roll it up and fluff lines.
Okay.
So is infantry going to stay on the ground?
Yeah, because I'm only going to get, I would only get like 3 shots,
You
wouldn't I?
get 2 teams, that guy's kind of the wrong side of the hill, just because these are too deep into the woods, he's more than 2 inches in from the enemy point. You get 2 bases, that'd be 4 dice.
Got to give it a try, I guess.
Right, okay. That's going to be 4 hits, so you can only hit those 2 guys.
Yeah.
Front guy, very dead, back guy, very alive, so I'll do this. See, I've got to try and unpin those infantry there. They do. I think that's it for motivations. There's no remix or anything, so on to movement. Turn 3 movement, I'm going to keep swinging around. That minefield's a bit of a problem. I'm going to keep swinging around to get my infantry in a position to launch assaults. My tanks able to launch assaults potentially too, but more about them being there to support. I am aware that the Heer forces defending this don't have any Panzerfaust, so assaulting with the tanks looks quite attractive. Certainly at this moment when there's no tanks up to do effective defensive fire. My Panthers are also going to keep moving up towards that area, so everything's concentrating on that front objective. And the foot sloggers, well, they're just going to back off just now. So Gemma turn 3 shooting. I might as well start with the dodgy Pack 40s. See if they can actually hit something. So I'm looking for 4s. Dave, you can't complain about my dice. I don't want to hear any complaints. They've not hit you once.
Especially when I'm in the open.
Right, so that wasn't very good. Right, what else? Oh, my mortars over here. Right, okay.
4 guys.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these will be reroll successfuls.
Reroll.
So first guy. It's fine. Next guy. He's fine. And then the last guy. He's fine. Right.
Oh, it's rocky.
I know, it's just a dice go your way sometimes. I think that the dice have been okay and sometimes terrible in others. Right, so in terms of... Right, let me see. I'm going to do him first. Well, he's only got a 37mm. I'll fire this 37mm and it'll miss. And these are going to... I can't shoot here.
Machine gun.
Yeah, so it's got to be the rest of the platoon. So there's 1, 2. So we're looking for... Take it, these guys and these guys in the same platoon, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, looking for 6s. 2. Right, so I want to target this guy and this guy. You can try you can try mistake target if you wish. What was that? Mistake target?
Yeah.
Right, okay, so that guy. So, well, what I'll have to, you can put that to him.
Let's go put that to him.
I can't see him from these.
Oh, you can't see it.
So you can put it to him. Right, so he's also taking a hit. Do you want to try mistake target on him too? And you do, so you can put that, for instance, over there. Over there.
Yeah, onto that.
Right, so do say for him and then him.
Yeah, for him.
He's fine.
And see for the other one.
Right, he's fine. Right, now. They are going to fire through here, right? So you're going to be concealed to everybody apart from him. He'll be concealed. This guy here won't be able. He's going to fire his main gun at him.
Okay.
Right, so the one in the open gets a hit because that'll be short range, I'm sure. Oh no, it's long range, he's missed. Right, the other ones, that's going to be long range, short range, 2 at short range.
Concealed.
Missed, and then one is bloody hell. Nothing, didn't hit a single thing. Right. The Panthers are going to just fire 3 main gunshots into this platoon. One hit, I want to put it on that guy. He's dead. So I've killed something. Right, and then my wisps. Where are my wisps going to go?
Yeah.
Like here. So I'll see if I range in first and then we'll figure it out. Yep, third attempt. Where's my attempt? Okay, let's see. That line there. I think I'll do it like that. See that black one on the hill there? Did you see that?
Yeah, you re-roll any hits.
Right, so
Even if you got 2 guns, you re-roll.
roll to hit the guy in the road. Oh, and then there and there, that guy. He's fine. And then, I might as well, I'm going to launch an assault into there. Right, just one tank can make it in. So you don't have any Fausts, you won't be any defensive fire. So, yeah, one. So you got to motivate and you'll have a reroll. So you make it so you can stay in if you wish and bring another 2 bases in.
Oh, does that do anything?
Well, it gives you 3 chances to hit me. Otherwise you've got to pull back.
No, just leave him where he is because he's in HQ.
Right, so 2 chances to hit me on 3s. So I've made it, and I have to.
Anything but 1.
Right, so I've made my motivation. Okay, right, so another one. So got to motivate once again, and you do. So hit me twice.
Did you get all half?
I'm okay. I've got to motivate to stay in the fight, and I do. Let's see if I roll another one. No, it's a 2, which still doesn't hit you. That's just cracking me up. Motivated to stay in the fight, and you fail, right?
That's where I myself.
By the way, you did the right thing leaving him there. Yeah. Because he was in command range of him. If he'd moved in, you wouldn't have got those rerolls.
No.
So what happens here is you get pushed back. So you just go to the
Oh no, sorry, you've got to re-roll. So, you got 3, did you have?
He's got to go that way though. I can now consolidate, and then he will come back. Can you see that, folks?
Fortunately, you don't have any counter-fountains.
Because I'm still worried about those tigers over there. So I pushed you away from the objective a bit.
He will lose guns.
But,
He's still within the magic 4.
but it's now kind of opening the door a little, even though I killed almost nothing that turn. It was bloody awful. And that's me. So your turn 3, you got motivations to do first of all, so you got to rally the guys that broke off. They're fine. The platoon beside them, they were still pinned, and they're fine. And then I think that's it. So you're going to have 3 dice for reserves.
3 dice for the reserves.
Right, one more coming on. And then we're on to movement. Okay, German turn 3 movement. First of all, the Stummels failed a blitz.
Let's move for these.
And the Tigers, they're fine.
Sorry, one that
Tigers going to hold in on the hill.
I'll try
And the reserve joining them.
They fail, so no more move
through, so roll to kill.
to the.
He's dead and roll to bail.
Otherwise, I get chopped to pieces. So, is it just these three that are not dug in?
He's not dug in.
Oh,
He's not dug in. He's not dug in.
he's got to move 6 inches, hasn't he?
You can move 8.
Oh, 8. So does it, if one base moves, can that mean that you can't dig in with the rest?
No, it just doesn't apply to him. As long as the commander stays still.
Okay, so try and dig in with them.
So the infantry dig in.
Nothing else to move.
Right, on to shooting.
Okay, so artillery. I want to drop
Right, so
it.
tweak.
Do I need to tweak?
Yeah, you have to. No. They're an eligible target because they're in your front arc. But you have to turn to face anything you're shooting at with any weapon.
Okay, like that.
Yep. So you want to plant it right down here. Right. I reckon you can do it when there's no terrain.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
3s. First attempt. So, right, first tank. Hitting on a 3. Next tank. Yep. Next one. Nope. Next one. Yep. Next one. Yep. Right. First half track. Second half track. Yep. Third one. Yep. Right. So first tank is okay. Second tank, potential bail. He's okay. Next tank, potential bail. He's bailed. First half track, he's okay. Second half track, he's okay.
That's actually done 2 shots from these and all the way over there. I'm in range.
What, sorry?
2 Panzer IVs. Oh yeah, depends what's in range. What's the range?
You're fine. 32 inches.
28
Yeah, you've got a 32 inch range.
or 32 inch.
I just didn't hear what you were shooting at, sorry Dave.
Yeah, you have Panzer IVs on the
Panzer
left.
4s are Panzer 4s, right? Going for 4s.
What do I shoot? I'll shoot half tracks, ain't I?
Right, 4s again.
Hit a barn door.
I know that feeling.
Tigers. Well, I'd like to shoot the Panzer IVs, but those half tracks are far too tempting.
Right. Same again.
4 shots.
Right, 2 firepowers.
Straight through, is it?
Yep.
Oh, come on.
Right, first one. They're okay. Second one. One's dead. So,
These 2 were for -1 shooting at the half track.
dope. Sorry, 4s. So, 6 firepower. That'll do it. 2 more out. Only 1 half track still around. See if you can wipe them out.
I'm hoping so.
Right, 3. So 2 in 1. And 1 on another. So 1 chance to kill. He's a goner.
I still can't wipe them out, can
Jimmy turn 4, so I've got lots of motivations to do. I've got, excuse me, these infantry with their aero, they're okay. This half track's got to do a last stand and makes it. A wee gun over there, it makes it. And then I've got a remount here. That makes it. So that's it for motivations on the movement. I forgot to get the movement, folks. Forgot to press record. These infantry will follow me coming along here. These guys were following me coming at the half tracks. Here I failed 4 cross checks to get into the road. Only one made it. Panthers come over here, they're all dead. That half track's then put. And that is it for movement. So shooting, let me see. That's 12. I really need it to be. Right, if we try and range in smoke from the west. Set to 10.
So it'll make it harder for you to hit if you're trying it.
No, because they're not in the smoke. Well, the passive that I'm targeting are not in the smoke.
Okay.
But the infantry are, so when it comes time to do assaults, I'll get benefits. And you're not going to be doing any shooting through the smoke at all next turn. You'd have to go the long way around, basically, which should at least reduce some of the fire that comes back at me. So, I'll start with my Panthers. 3 dice looking for 5s against your stimmels. 2 hits, so it'll be straight to firepower. That one's bailed, the other one's dead. That one's bailed. Hands of 4s.
Trying to kill my stew.
I'm going to start with this one. A couple of shots at your stimmels, 2 hits on the stimmels, anti-tanks 7 I think it is. You can get potential bails. This is from my command half track.
No, those are all dice rolls.
He's a goner.
See, it's on the switch. But I don't
Right, hands of 4s. I suppose 2 could fire over there, long range in the open. Right. 2 are going to shoot at your Panzer 4s. That'll be one hit. So it's
Go through.
now, if you can successfully mistake a target,
Okay. Put it on the one behind.
I'm past it anyway. Right, so it's going to go straight through. So it's dead. So the one nearest me,
What, that one?
no, nearest me,
That one?
yep, that was one I was targeting.
Was that the one you were targeting?
Yeah, because otherwise, it stays there as a wreck, because that'll provide cover for you to any more shots from the side. Right, the rest of the platoon is going to use MG fire onto this slot. So I'm going to do him separately because you can see quite a few things. Do target over that way, and he gets 1 hit. Right, I'll just leave that there. The other ones are really going to have to go for him.
Who's fine? Oh, those. Okay.
They get 1 hit, so he's taking a hit, and that guy's in. Still need a 6, you're okay. Fine. Let's see, fine. And my wee surviving Pack 40. It manages to get 2 hits.
You've already killed one this turn.
What's that? Right, my Pack 40's fired 2 dice there, and I got 2 hits. That was from there.
Oh, was that from there?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was those you were...
No, it was from there. That's why I then moved on to fire these at the infantry. So 2 hits. He's finally managed to hit us. My Pack 40 is just finally hit. I'm now on 36 dice with 5 hits. So that's 2 fails. So nearest me is dead, another one failed. My mortars can't really see too much, so I'm just going to try and range in towards the back of your infantry. If I've got the range, let's see what happens. It would have been ranged down 3rd to 10th. Yeah. So,
one side has got to
What I'll
be.
do is I'll put it there to get those So that one, and that one. That'll be fine because it's third attempt. Going to salt there. So I've got to do a cross check though. You know how good I am at that. Don't make it. So that means the assault doesn't take place, right? So just stop 2 inches back. That's bonkers, isn't it? That's 5 failed cross checks in a row.
I get fire when it failed check, or I can only fire them when he succeeds. Only if it succeeds, then I get to kill him.
Then you would counter fire, but you've nothing in range.
Probably. Oh, smoke.
Yeah, that's why the smoke's there.
How far away are you when you...
You can only see 6 inches through smoke.
I suppose so. Okay. Yeah, they're 3D printed.
Nice.
Yeah, you just have to be careful with them and don't drop them because they are brittle a wee bit. Yeah, the guns will crack. It's okay for things like that. But tanks I wouldn't bother.
Right, Dave.
It depends on the quality of print.
I can only put a small assault in here, otherwise the defensive fire would be brutal. So it's going to be those 3 there moving in, so he can defensive fire, and those 2 bases there, because you can only see 6 inches from where you are with the smoke. But there'll be 2 dice from him, and then do them separate because he'll be looking for 3s. Right, and then they'll be looking for 5s. So 4 more dice looking for 5s. No, nearly. But I've got to make 2 singles and a double, so they're okay. And then I'll hit you. Oh, and another thing, 3 turns in a row, needing 3s. This guy in assault, 1, 2. It's like, dead. He's dead. Right. Now, that'll end the assault because you're not within 4 inches, but you get pushed back.
Again?
Yeah, just a tiny, tiny wee bit. Him and him. Those 2 there, that's all. And then I can consolidate. So Dave, your turn 4, you've got motivations to do. You've got, suppose, let's start with the unpinning here. You're fine. Then, is that a remount? Yep. He's fine, and then last stand, I think that's everything for you. He's gone. Remount and run away. Now, what have you got in the way of reserves? Is it just your flamers?
Yeah, that's automatic, isn't it?
Yeah, they're coming on. Yeah. So the flamers are coming on. I think they're going to get revenge against the poor little anti-tank gun.
Guess what's coming your way?
Right, so German
I'm still thinking.
turn 4 movement. The reserves are coming on to kill that poor thing. And some infantry have moved across because they've got to get more within 4 inches of that.
Try and do a max move with them. Nope. So, if I fail the max moves, there's no
You
point.
can still come out and
I know, but I really wanted to move that way.
shoot something.
Yeah, but now it's not going to move. It's -1 as well to hit. Oh, that's what I want to do. I do want to move them because if I move them there, if you assault my infantry,
Defensive fire.
yeah, the smoke lifts the next turn, doesn't it?
Yep. And they're both within 6 inches of him to shoot. It'll be a penalty, but you can still shoot him.
Yeah, but they'll probably die next turn and then my tanks run away.
I mean, this turn you could shoot him. Or you don't want to put them up, right? Okay, see what you mean.
I know, but all I want to use is use them for defensive fire. It's within 8 inches of these.
8 inches off that.
Yeah. So I'll leave them There, though they can't see this turn.
Keeping them behind the dead ground of the tree.
Yeah. Won't shoot this turn. Yeah, because if I want to get within 6, I can't. So whatever I do, I'm screwed. Anyway, let's do the enjoyable bit.
Well, first of all, your tigers, you can still move them to shoot.
No, I might as well leave them where it's just a -1, but they still get 2 shots where they are.
What are you shooting at?
Oh, that's true. The smoke's there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh well. It doesn't matter. It's within 10 inches and play. Can I see those behind the wood?
Them, yeah, because they're right up against it.
I just need to be within short range, don't I? I don't want to be too close to those things.
Yeah, they might have you, but it may be a bit of a long shot.
Yeah, well, this is not the first time. Okay, flamethrowers on your gun.
Okay, here we pack.
Let's hope I burn you to pieces.
Need force.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Force. I've got to do 4 saves, followed by 4 more if I pass them all. So I'll pass them all. But I need to re-roll them all. Oh, nearly dead.
Automatic hit. But the only good thing with flamethrowers.
You can see 2 there. I don't. Are you worried what you can see? If you've got 2 dice and you can see 2 Panzer force.
2 dice.
Yeah. Looking for 5s because of the concealment and failed blitz.
No, we're gonna just machine gun the infantry.
Okay then.
I think
Right.
they're more annoying than anything.
So 5s again. 8 dice looking for 5s. 1.
1.
So
1.
it's okay.
1. Play a bit.
They're still alive, miraculously.
Okay, so can't shoot him. Nothing else in range apart from archery.
Yep.
Archery will be
Right. So you're already ranged in here.
yeah.
Right. So you can do a repeat. Oh, who's spotting for him though? You're already ranged in, but you're going to have to add 1 on to what you need to hit because you can't see the aiming point. You don't need a lot. First one, you're looking for a 4. Next one. Next one. Right, so he's hit.
What's the last one? Half track?
Wait a minute,
Was the half track there?
Was it in it before? I think it was, so he's hit the half track too. Right. So, half track.
Yeah.
He's potential bail. Potential bail. He's bailed. Right, and then him. Half track, I believe in, I think. Right. They moved, you might as well fire them.
Oh, because I can see.
So them there, he didn't move, so you're going to have 2, 4, 7 on 4s.
Each infantry.
Yeah. 1, 2. Just do 2 saves. So Gemma turn 5 motivations. So I've got a remount on the HQ half track, which passes. Last stand on it again and passes.
I don't want to, but because there's so many shots and whatever, you can just work it.
That's it for motivations. On to movement.
Tactical retreat.
Well, if he's there, I can't fire them at them.
Right, I've got to go for it. I've got to really try and push it
The infantry are going to try and dig in.
Right, and then you got one pound voucher. So now we're okay. So you choose where you want the boxes to go.
So turn 5 shooting for the
That's the big.
chairman.
So what happens now? He doesn't contribute
The Wests are already arranged in that point, so I might as well stay there, right? So
now
that
we
guy,
work out the other
hits, that guy,
rifles is
that guy.
22. My
So that one and that
side is
one.
1.
You're going to make roll them separate because that one's dug in,
Right, so the rest of the bullets go on top.
and then that
If I
one.
rolled a 1, then you rolled
Oh, he's dead because he's not dug in.
you just failed another.
So I can actually win the game just by killing him.
Yeah. So,
Right, so in that case,
Oh, because you were in the magic before.
yeah, because I started within 4 and he's the last one. This platoon here is going to shoot 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15.
So it's just because one who was dug in dies that screwed the game up.
which you failed. I needed
So
that.
this lot
So now, any
managed to
teams
get 1, 2,
within
3,
6.
4 saves now. It's not going to go on him. It's going to go on all the eligible teams from the platoon that are in range. Right.
It doesn't matter, it's him that is the one that matters.
No, it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. You can try and do mistake target to put 2 on him. So you do, so I'll put 2 on him.
So now,
Dug in
you
guy.
have to measure 6 away.
He's okay, 1 on him. He's okay, and then 1 on that dug in guy there. He's okay. Right, and then we're going to fire this here. Cannon gets a hit on him.
That's all
Try mistake target again.
Yeah.
And you do, so you can put it on to him or him. So again.
Yeah.
basically what I'm going to try
So
and do.
he's gone. Right, and then the platoon's going to be 2, 4,
I now get
6,
to if I can get as many
this plus 1 more.
because now I've moved within 4. I'm
5, 6. So I'm going to put it 3 and 2, and then you can try and swap about and stay target.
my next turn.
And you do. So it'll be 2 on that guy.
And stay within 4, I would win the game. So what
He's
you
still
want to do
alive.
going on
3 on the dug in guy.
is you want to
Right,
either
2 fails, but he's 6 to kill him.
kill these panthers
No, he's not.
or unpin these.
Right.
attach
I can't believe I can't kill that one guy. So I'm going to keep using machine guns then.
But let's do our own stuff. So start here. 3 plus.
Right. This twice.
He gets in, does he run away though?
Yeah, that's 7. Right, and then 11. So it's going to be 6 and 5. I'm trying to take target again. And you do, so 5 on him.
You need a miracle at this rate.
Nah, he's away. And that'll be it.
So he runs away. And then the important one.
Yeah, I should have just moved him up behind.
It's a tricky one.
No, they failed.
You know, you defended behind it because you were worried about the ranged in markers, which is fair enough. But even if you'd have defended it further up, I think you'd have been in even more trouble because it would have been on you sooner.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is, I should have had more support on that.
This is where it gets a little bit desperate for you.
It's a hard game because you're getting hits from all sides.
Yeah.
You can't be everywhere.
And your deployment zone is really cramped. It's good to do support, self-support, but it starts to clog up in terms of line of sight and shooting past your own teams and so on and so on.
Yeah, maybe I should have sprung the trap over there instead. That would have probably been
Yeah,
better.
I think your ambush would have been better. Defending an objective directly, rather than try to destroy enemy teams. Yeah.
It's just experience. You learn what not to do.
That was tricky. I don't think you made a hit. The only thing you did wrong was that. Otherwise, I think your deployment was really good.
My biggest problem was I didn't give these any
Faust.
anti-tank. I had made a mistake when I was doing the list and I hadn't realised I made a mistake. It's not easy because everything's very expensive.
As for these veteran Germans.
They're not cheap, so you're limited in what you get. I mean, I went for 2 of those for the simple reason I could have had Panzer IVs, but they were just one shot to pieces. At least the 2 Tigers are noisier.
They made a big difference for me. I was ready to go into a fight with them, with the Panthers against them, but I wasn't very confident because I'd be needing 60s to hit you.
Yeah, that's the advantage of the Tigers. It just keeps you back.
There you
I can't
go.
believe one anti-tank gun took out all the Panzer IVs.
Yeah, I can't believe it didn't take the move right at the start. But there you go, evened out in the end.
The management at the moment, but I've got a lone Fallschirmjäger fanatic. But,
Oh, is that somebody going in for the kill?
well, he's going to try, yeah. Yes. But he is the member of the platoon that's left.
Right.
In fact, he's a member of 2 platoons that's left. The rest of them are scattered around here.
I think you can do it. Right. We'll start over there.
Okay.
So he moved, took me 5 to hit. Oh, look at that.
Does it again?
For goodness sake. Dead.
Get some.
No, a bad day to go a Tiger.
Basically means that I go in the building and just sit there and just shoot you instead of assault.
What mission are you doing, guys?
Escape.
Escape. That stuff coming in from the back.
Yes. This is one of my defending Panthers in a really awkward position.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was 1 dice because I only had 1 guy because you killed 1. If I had 2 dice, I have to do a better chance of killing. But there's a flaw in that design.
What mission are you doing, guys?
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap, yes.
It's a trap.
So, well, that's Frank.
So how did it go in the end across the day? Well, it was a resounding victory for the loyalist forces. There were 2 SS and 1 Fallschirmjäger formation up against the 3 army formations. The Fallschirmjäger formation suffered 1 defeat during the day, and that was it. Everything else was a win, whether the loyalists were attacking or defending. The Fallschirmjägers lost in attacking and fighting withdrawal, or whichever named variant of the mission they were playing. SS Panthers certainly made a positive difference to the loyalist forces. There were a couple of occasions where the Tigers went head to head. That was quite interesting and actually resulted in some of the most interesting moments from the game. In this game, the Tigers, you can see in the bottom right hand corner, arrived from reserve right where they were needed on that empty objective, and they managed to kill 1 Tiger and bail another Tiger, and the bailed Tiger got back in and ran away on a 2. But then along came those Stummels and a handful of infantry, and then it got really interesting. The Stummels blitzed, got flank shots, 4 dice, 2 hits, only a 1 could result in any kind of damage, and Peter obligingly rolled 2 1s. But then Dave failed one of his firepower, so there was 1 Tiger still active. So when the assault went in, the Tiger managed to hold ground and drive them off. Otherwise, that would have been a win for the rebels. And in the other Tiger versus Tiger matchup, once again with the Fallschirmjägers, the army Tigers once again destroyed the loyalist Tigers and then fell victim to assault, this time with a lone base of Fallschirmjägers going in with a Faust, and once again fails were saved, though it was a bit of a tougher call this time, and the Fallschirmjäger himself died in the end, but he finished off the Tigers before infantry swarmed all over him. I should point out that we used the same list in all the games, so the list had to be balanced, had to be able to attack and defend. But there you go, folks, that's our Operation Valkyrie gaming day. Maybe want to give it a go yourself. It's an interesting way of doing blue on blue with a little tiny little bit of history attached to it. A bit of what if history, but history nonetheless. Thanks for watching, folks. Hopefully we'll see you all on the next one.